When this episode ends, you're going to know everything there is to know about this Halloween weekend going into November in Great Falls, Montana, with events and news. From Kellertainment Talent Productions and Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio, this is the Great Falls Daily Connection for your Thursday, October 30th, 2025. And now that I have 50 subscribers, thank you so much for that. Thank you, each and every one of you. And this whole goal of making sure everybody knows what's going on in Great Falls so they make their own decisions. I don't want anybody to miss any of the special events or the fundraisers or any of the fun in Great Falls. So in this edition, we're going to talk about nightlife. We'll talk about the Halloween events going into November and news you need to know. If there's anything that I can help you out with, if you have a suggestion for an interview, if you have a suggestion on how you'd like the show to be presented so you like it better, I am always listening and watching on the comments down here on YouTube. So there will be changes coming up here because the YouTube algorithm says that I should have a YouTube video sitting in the private area before it gets published for like 24 to 48 hours. So in things like that, where I may have this show, the Great Falls Daily Connection, that's only going to be the events, and then I can do a newscast in the morning that I can publish for you early in the morning. So in your commute or whatever, you'll know what's going on in Great Falls. So it's all in one place right here in this show for now. But watch for changes, and I'll be going live and doing interviews starting next week as soon as I figure out how the heck to do that. Well, let's get into today's forecast for the Great Falls area for Friday, Halloween. It'll be great trick-or-treating for the Great Falls kids. High of 55 and sunshine in the afternoon. Friday night's low, only 40 degrees. You don't have to bundle up the kids for trick-or-treating. Saturday, it will be breezy, mostly cloudy, and near 70 for the high. Saturday night's low, 45 and windy. Sunday, 60 and windy and partly sunny. And Monday, winds dying down a bit, 54 degrees. Now, for this Thursday, it is Text Your Ex Day. I read that and thought to myself, wow, if they text you back tomorrow, that may be the most terrifying part of your Halloween. We'll see. It's also Mischief Night tonight. And I remember back in the days when, you couldn't do much in celebrating because, 5 years ago, all the toilet paper was hoarded. A year ago, all the eggs cost too much. I think that if you're really strapped for cash, you can just put hot dogs on people's antenna and call it good. And there's also National Checklist Day, and I wish I had a checklist for all the things I'd like to do to celebrate that, but I can't. And here's what's going on around the world and around our own backyard. It's time for the Great Falls Daily Connection local and regional news to know today. A driver ended a bizarre morning commute yesterday by crashing onto Black Eagle Island. Shortly after 11 o'clock, Wednesday, the 29th, law enforcement discovered a vehicle had completely plowed through the pedestrian bridge barrier onto the island. Great Falls Police and Cascade County deputies arrested a man outside a gray Subaru, and he now faces multiple charges, including DUI, criminal trespass. Fortunately, no one was hurt in the incident. One of the things I want to mention is the Great Falls Gazette. They're a local paper, and I told Andy that I was going to promote the Great Falls Gazette because I think it's a worthy paper for you to subscribe to, in addition to subscribing free here on the Great Falls Daily Connection. I want to mention that there's a new a new paper coming out today. And you can get these at like all over sorts of places. All the Sinclairs, the Conocos, Circle K, the Little Store, which is on Lower River Road, and the locations on Super Sunday, also Schulte's, Everyday IGA, Public Drug. You can get them at the Great Falls Gazette office, which is in the 1601 2nd Avenue North, which is the old Columbus building, not too far from where I am speaking to you from here now. or then, because it's taped. Anyway, what they're talking about is the Cascade County 4-H shooting sports program. It received a grant by Karen Anderson. Paris Gibson Square Museum of Art is hosting their guest presentation with Holocaust survivor John Kuntz. Press release by them. And the Big Sky Duplicate Bridge Club results for the week of October 20th through the 25th. And other things that you can get in digital or print by visiting gfgazette.com. All right, they didn't pay for that. In fact, Andy doesn't even know I did that, but I told him I would. The Montana Department of Transportation wants to build a new roundabout to ease congestion in a fast-growing section of our town. There was an open house this week on the plan connecting Watson Cooley Road and Vaughn Road. The roundabout will help traffic move more freely, especially as the area continues to expand. And the project will be about $6 million, includes new pedestrian access. If approved, it'll start construction a couple of years from now, in 2028, as a matter of fact. Now, the Great Falls Police Department Facebook page has a picture of Tier 3 sex offender Richard Tome. He was designated that, registered as a transient in Great Falls, secondary address on Crane Avenue in Stockett. It's a new registration. It doesn't show up on the statewide registry yet. It'll take several days. Now, the government shutdown is going to cause a first in history. Funding for SNAP food assistance program will lapse tomorrow. It's the first time in the 6-decade history. Lawmakers from both parties are now scrambling to propose separate bills to address the crisis points, including SNAP and military pay. Despite growing bipartisan concern, no action has passed yet. The shutdown intensifies as the president remains on a multi-country trip in Asia. If you need help with food assistance, I have 5 places for you. The Great Falls Community Food Bank at 1620 12th Avenue North. Salvation Army Family Services at 527 9th Avenue South. The St. Vincent de Paul over there at 426 Central Avenue West. The Set Free Christian Fellowship at 216 9th Street North. And the Helping Hands at First English, 726 2nd Avenue North. If you have any other ideas on food assistance or any comments about that, please comment right here on Facebook below. I'd love to hear your comment, and I will respond. More details have emerged following the arrest of a Hamilton man charged with assaulting his elderly father. 48-year-old Joey Madrid Jr. is facing felony strangulation and assault charges for an incident involving his 80-year-old father. Court documents state Madrid allegedly shoved the man against the counter, slapped him multiple times, choked him with both hands. Madrid later told deputies it was possible he had choked the victim. Bond was set at $8,000. Great Falls Public Works have been raking leaves, Area 1 for this week. And if your leaves are raked already, good for you. Now, I'm going to be on Area 2, which is the north side. That's next week. Streets and avenues from Central Avenue to 8th Avenue North, from 15th to 23rd Street. And if you're voting, please double-check your ballot envelope and get it in. The election is coming up. And you can visit myvoterpage.com to verify your ballot status. And one other thing, make sure you put your date of birth below your signature on the back of your envelope. Now, the Great Falls Daily Connection is sponsored by Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. And they have something very cool. They have the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noontime yoga and weights. It's sculpting. Tuesday and Thursday, 6 a.m., the Wake Up and Flow. And the instructors are really, really honest to God, real people, introducing yoga to real people so we can all feel better. Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio. You can find out more and sign up for a class at harmonyinthefallsyoga.com. So what's going on for today? We have Nightlife, and thank you to Who in the Funk for giving us the Nightlife. Tonight, I am a part of the Nightlife with the Castle Reefers, myself, Lisa Gaskell, Derek French, and sometimes a host of others are playing for you every Thursday from 7 till 9 over at the Stadium Sports Bar. Used to be the Sting, next to the Holiday Inn. And if you remember me from years past, playing with the Thrillbillies for how many years? Almost 15 years over at the old Sting. It's like going back home every Thursday from 7 till 9. Also at the Frontier Inn tonight, it's Risky Business. The live music starts at 7 o'clock. Winter Coat Drive. I want to mention this from the St. Thomas Child and Family Centers at 2 locations for this week. Drop off any gently used clothing, especially coats, at Play and Learn Academy, 4241 2nd Avenue North, or St. Thomas Child and Family Center at 1710 Benefice Court. Coming up for this afternoon, the Peak Health and Wellness Center's Trunk or Treat, 4 till 6 at 1800 Benefice Court. The Killer Geist is playing in the Pub Theater downtown at 10 o'clock. And then tomorrow, they'll have another screening of the Killer Geist movie. And tomorrow night, we also have another band. I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit here. Destination Downtown Great Falls is having their Ladies' Night Out tonight at 318 Central Avenue. The Scream at Centene tonight and tomorrow night at Centene Stadium. $10 admission. 8 with a canned food donation. And we have our first ever tour of the Haunted Tunnels of Great Falls at 410 Central Avenue. Tours start at 7 o'clock tonight at the Strange Building on the second floor, the Strain Building, but we call it the Strange Building. For Halloween, we have a lot of nightlife for Friday night at the Sip and Dip, Joe Corda at 7 o'clock, Rick Tryon at the Halftime Sports Bar, 100 Grit playing at the Frontier Inn, Rich Mattoon, friend of mine, we played 35 years ago in the Sunday Monday band over at the Beacon Ice House every Sunday and Monday. So we called ourselves the S&M Band. Just for kicks. So anyway, Rich Mattoon's going to be at the Celtic Cowboy tomorrow, starting at 6. Melissa Dasculia's band at the Beacon Ice House, starting at 9 tomorrow night. F-Bomb will be playing at the Kellergeist with that screening of the Kellergeist movie. Midnight Fist Fight at Elevation 3330 tomorrow night. The Smoky Blues Band, a rare performance going on at the Flamingo on 10th Avenue South. They're also doing Keith and Carly's wedding reception, and everybody's invited. At the Eagles Club, Copperhead Ridge starts at 6. And then at Missouri River Club, the Elkagene Jam Band at 7 o'clock. So that's a look at Halloween nightlife with live music. Plus the Great Falls Symphony's Halloween concert with Miss Linda School of Dance. That's 5 p.m. tomorrow. Now, you need tickets, but they're free. And you just go to gfsymphony.org and get your tickets for that and listen to the music of Harry Potter and Ghostbusters. That sounds like a great time. And we have the Great Falls Hospital second annual Trunk or Treat, 2026th Street South. That's in the evening. The Rocky Horror Show of the Newberry, 2 performances. You probably have your tickets for that. 8 p.m. and midnight. You can get your tickets at etix.com. And Build a Buddy coming to Times Square. Grand opening will be tomorrow, Halloween. Downtown Safe Trick-or-Treating tomorrow, 3 till 5. And that's for all the downtown businesses that are participating. Celtic Cowboy has a Halloween costume contest. At Bellissimo Dancers, a Halloween dance party. At the Wild Hare, the Halloween Alien Invasion Party. So you can come dressed as your favorite Martian or Harry Vanderspiegel or whatever. And yeah, right. So, and the Shields trick-or-treating is also going on, 4:30 to 7:30. Lots of places doing trick-or-treating. So, welcome. And there's the Cirque de Nightmares at 2217 4th Avenue North. I hadn't mentioned this before, but I hadn't seen it before. So that's why I'm scouring like Facebook and everything else. So they're dying to meet you, and there's always room for another daring soul. Dare to discover your fate with Lady Shadow Weaver. She's a real fortune teller. That's at 2217 4th Avenue North tomorrow from 6:45 till whenever. So that's a look at Halloween night. Now, the Great Falls Daily Connection events for Saturday, November 1st. And we have more nightlife at the Sip and Dip, Joel Corder, 7 o'clock. Beacon Ice House has El Wencho at 9 o'clock, and the Frontier Inn has Cole Kleinert and the Slow Rollers. And that starts at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Some people say it's 7 o'clock. I think it's 8 o'clock myself. Big Sky Bungee is opening November 1st, Saturday, 10 to 4. Their open house with visitors, a chance to try to, put on a harness and jump and fly. Sounds like a good time there. The Holidays Style Show and Luncheon is Saturday from 11:30 to 2 at the Meadowlark Country Club, including 50-50 and raffles and a drawing. Entertainment by the Northern Lights. It's a fundraiser to award Votech scholarships to graduating seniors in and around Great Falls. And the Cascade Craft Fair at Wedsworth Hall is 9 till 3 Saturday. The Parade of the Dead in the evening on Central Avenue with El Desfile de los Muertos. Brought to you by Jesse's Montana Soda and Midnight Fist Fight. And the Great Falls Elks Brews and Spirits Fall Fest 10. That's going on tomorrow, rather Saturday night, from 5 till 10. At the Great Falls Elks Lodge, advance tickets $35.40 at the door. Ongoing announcements: the municipal ballot with races for mayor, city commissioner, court judge, and do we restrict our fireworks? Get that ballot in. If you're a voter in Cascade County, you can return via mail or go to the Cascade County Election Office and make sure you put your date of birth at the bottom of that envelope right after you sign your name on that. The independent group Voices of the Falls Choir still looking for members to sing with them. At Great Falls College, they're meeting tonight and every Thursday from 5:15 to 6:45. And thank you, Rhonda, for that. And then every Wednesday through the month and into November, free digital literacy workshops at the Great Falls Public Library. So that's a look at what's going on in Great Falls. And now for the rest of the news, you may want to talk to your friends about some of the things that may have missed. There's a newly discovered Dr. Seuss book. It's going to come out next year. It's about the 50 states. We'll have to see how Dr. Seuss rhymes Massachusetts. We'll see how that goes. Dictionary.com has named its 2025 word of the year. It's 6-7. As in 6-7. Now, Sunday, my wife and I went to see our kids and grandkids, and that's all they could talk about. And as soon as they said 6-7, the parents said, "Shut up about that." I know. We're living in strange times when the word of the year are two numbers. I know. Weird. And finally, a woman is suing SeaWorld after she was struck in the face by a duck while riding one of the park's concessions. Or the roller coaster, which I thought was ironic that she'd get hit in the face by something that's also the word for getting out of the way so something doesn't hit you in the face. If you like this show, like us, follow us, subscribe us from Kellertainment Talent Productions, where I am the go-to person to get the right DJ, the right event, the live entertainment you want for your wedding, your event. Call me, 406-590-8856. Free consultations. Call me anytime. Text me anytime. And Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio, the full-service yoga studio in Great Falls, where they take anybody and everybody, not anybody, but anybody and everybody, to make yourself feel better, no matter where you are, in your body, in your mind. They'll make you feel better. Harmony in the Falls Yoga Studio has an 8-week introduction to yoga course, and you can find out more at harmonyinthefallsyoga.com. Well, that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow, and changes coming for the Great Falls Daily Connection. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And thank you for watching. Share this with somebody. Thank you. And until now, and the next time we talk on YouTube, if I don't see ya, I'll see ya.